What's up, everybody? Welcome to DCUO DCUO Commentary. I'm bringing this commentary here to you today because we've got some update information about Update 19 that is currently on the PC test servers. Real quick, I want to preamble this by letting you all know that as of right now, DCUO Source live stream is a go for this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Trex's Twitch TV account. I will have a link for that and more information for you in a video I'll probably post tomorrow. But we're going to have a special guest on there. We're going to have MEP's community manager for DCUO is going to be on the show to give us some more information on that, maybe answer some questions we might have for about Update 19 and the Witching Hour seasonal event coming up here. But I wanted to talk to you about this new information that I've gleaned from the PC test servers here. I'm sorry, the forums rather, and talking about these new consumable plans that they're dropping. As I mentioned in a previous video and all that, we're supposed to be getting some like new consumables that we can use for like possible sodas or new like weapons that we can use, consumable weapons that we can put in our utility belts there, like I just did with that little poison gas bomb right there. So we've got a list here of consumables, the plans and everything, and what their effects are. And it's got a list of ingredients here as well. I want to talk about a few of these because some of them are very interesting because they're not all exactly weapons or like sodas that you can drink to boost your stats or anything like that. Some of these are actually very, very useful for PvE for PvP. There's a set of them that do appear to be more of a PvE focused here, especially. But I'm gonna go through the list here, and we'll talk about it, and I'll give you all the information on them here. Starting off here with Static Grenade. It's apparently it's a tier 1 through 4 plan that will drop. From my understanding, these are all drops. They're available for purchase right now on the test server, but I believe that is only for testing purposes. So, more than likely, all these plans are going to be drops in the game. But we have Static Grenade is going to provide a stun to an area most likely. There's also a personal dampening field, tier 1 through 4. That's going to give you a shield. Explosive Detonator is going to do a knockdown. That's also a tier 1 through 4 plan right there. Shock Inducer, another tier 1 through 4, is going to be damage dealing consumable. So kind of like runs the whole little gamut there, at least on some of the mechanics you can use for what certain effects you can inflict on other people. Now here's a very interesting set of consumables that I was reading here, and I found this really interesting and really curious, and looking forward to testing this out and seeing how this is going to work out in PvE and PvP. But there's a whole set of consumables that basically focuses on adding power interactions onto enemies. You have the Ampule of Terror here, which obviously is going to inflict terror on the target, on whatever you hit it with. Then there's Karmic Hex, which is going to put bad karma on anything you hit with it. Napalm Atomizer is going to inflict burning. Cryogenic Solution is going to inflict frostbite. Electrostatic Pulse Device is going to electrify. Polarization Mechanism is going to polarize. Dazing Device is going to daze, obviously. And Formula of Crushing is going to crush. Put the crushing effect on. These are all going to put the power interaction effects on whatever ad or other player that you're fighting at the time. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this works out. I mean, if you can have like a whole raid group there with you've got like controllers and healers and maybe a tank and all that, with these power interaction consumables to put out there for the DPS. I mean, that's going to greatly increase the amount of damage that DPS can do in arenas and in PvE. So this is very interesting change up here. Really looking forward to testing this stuff out. Something I am extremely excited about testing out, especially when I get back to fire, are these next consumables I'm going to talk to you about. The first two are obviously, they're not tank specific ones, because I don't think you want these if you're tanking. Shadow Concoction and Mass Shadow Concoction. These are basically going to be detaunt consumables. So basically, like, if you are a healer and you're getting or a controller or a DPS, and you're getting a lot of aggro in a raid or an alert or something like that, and you cannot get it off of you, you can use this Shadow Concoction and use it on whichever ad or the boss that's coming after you, and you'll be able to remove that aggro. I'm assuming. Now, there's a lot of assumptions going into some of the things I'm saying here in regards to these sodas, at least. Because I don't have any hard details on them. I'm just going by the description of them right now. At least the name of them and their effect. So you use this Shadow Concoction. You can use that, and you can basically, it'll get all of the ads, or I'm sorry, the single ad or the boss that's attacking you. It'll get them to leave you alone, at least for a moment. There's also, with the Mass Shadow Concoction, that's going to detaunt an entire area. So, if you got a bunch of ads around you, you use that on, in that area that you're in, and they're going to stop attacking you, and they'll move on to somebody else. This is very, very interesting. This is going to make, I think, used properly, can make a lot of these more difficult raids a lot easier for people to do. Another thing here, which is going to help tanks out in that regards, though, is this Provocation Agent and Mass Provocation Agent. These are basically your taunts. These are your aggros powers. This is going to be an aggro consumable. So like, if you are having a hard time getting aggro on a boss, especially for folks like fire tanks out there, we don't really have long distance pulls unless we're using low pressure. But even like low pressure, at least in my experience with low pressure, is I don't really get aggro when I use low pressure on any ads or the boss. So I've got to try and get in closer and use a power on them, or once I pull them with low pressure, I have to use a power immediately just so I can get the aggro on them. But yeah, with these provocation agent right here, it's a taunt ray. Supposedly it's going to be a ranged consumable that you can use to get aggro from one of the ads or the boss in there. I think it's going to really help out tanking, especially with fire tanks and all that. Not having the, like I said, the long distance pulls. But then there's also the Mass Provocation Agent, which will taunt an entire area. So you'll be able to, as a tank, use that to help you keep aggro on either all the ads or the bosses. Some very interesting stuff here. They've also got some expendable disguises and all that you're going to be able to get. Really looking forward to this update. I'm looking forward to my buddy Trex getting in there and showing us some other stuff too, hopefully real soon. Let me know if you guys liked the video. If you did, please do so by giving it a thumbs up. And until next time, you all take care. Bye.